Hey guys, Jack here, and today the password for the Phantom program phase 2 to unlock the Phantom trainee assignment and the new snake camo has finally been found. So in this video I'm going to show you what the password is, and I'm going to also show you how we came to the conclusion that this was the correct password, because I think a lot of people are confused as the clues were quite tricky and some people don't understand them. So yeah, here we go. First off, to unlock the assignment you need to log into your battle log, go to leaderboards here, and if you scroll down you'll see this little phantom skull thing here. Click on that and this code will open up. It'll say current user, whatever your name is, and if you haven't entered the password for the Phantom program part 1, the password for that is bump in the night, so you need to put that in first. And the new password for the Phantom program phase 2, which was discovered today, is Epic Dream Worlds with spaces in between. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the screen now. Epic space Dream space Worlds. And if you put that in, it will say congratulations, thank you for your continuation in the Phantom program, blah blah blah. And then you'll get access to the new assignment, which is over here. So if you go to your assignments, scroll down and you'll see there's Phantom Prospect, that's the first one, and here's the new one, Phantom Trainee, and there we go. You can now see all the requisites to get the camo. Right, awesome, and it looks pretty cool as well. So how did people come to the conclusion that Epic Dream Worlds was the password? Because it's kind of crazy, right? It doesn't really make any sense. So yeah, I'm going to show you how. So if you remember, on Lost Islands Domination there's a locker at the back and it says Kevin Simpson on it. Okay, now it was discovered that if you go to kevinsimpson1942.com you get this, which is a weird picture with some weird ambient noises in the background, and it looks like there's some clues here, right? Well, you can also hear the audio file in the background. Yeah, I'm just going to let that play for a little bit so you can hear that. Right, now a lot of people thought that maybe we have to go somewhere in game to find this. You know, maybe if we stand in the exact spot where you can hear this noise, something will happen. Turns out that wasn't correct. And it was actually discovered by a guy called Fred Wilson that if you download the audio file, so we just go view page source, there it is, amb.mp3, save link as, and let's just save that to our desktop. And then if we open up a program like Audacity, which I do have installed, there we go, we can now open the file, amb.mp3, like there, and there it is. Now that's what it looks like in the normal, like the waveform of the audio. If we click here and go to spectrogram, which is like a visual imprint of what an audio file looks like, and on the surface doesn't really look like we've got anything there, right? But if we move over to the right hand side and scroll in a little bit, you can see here we see the words epic. Yeah, very interesting. Doesn't look like that's an accident. That clearly says epic, EPIC. So that's how the first word was discovered. Epic. Right. How the hell do we get dream? So where does dream come from? Again, kind of random. You know, we had all the clues on the Kevin Simpson battle log profile, which have been nicely put together here in this awesome image file with a cat who's meditating. Okay, and every so often Kevin Simpson's battle log would the profile would update and we get like a couple of words and then a few new poems. Now this poem here, Vikings of the North, Romans of the South, flightless wings, Latin our mother, actually contains a lot of clues as to where we get dreams from. Now, if we go back to the Kevin Simpson 1942 website, it turns out that the word dream is in this photo, okay? And if you look at it like on the surface, you're like, well, how do you get dream from that? What the hell's going on here? Come on, you're crazy. Well, let's look at this then. And this was actually discovered by a guy called Ill-Advised Addict, who I think also streams a little bit. So I'll link his stream in the description. Dream, obviously the first letter is D. Okay? Now, D in Roman numerals is 500. And if we see on the bottle here at the bottom, 500, just to confirm this is like a little chart that I found just by googling it, and there we go, 500D, and you can look this up yourself. This isn't the only source available for this. So 500 is D. Okay, we got the D. So where do we get the R from? Where the hell does that come from? Well, and this one is really hard to spot, but if you zoom in to the back wall here on this door frame, we can see dot dash dot, and that is actually Morse code for R. Now, this is just from the Wikipedia page. There's R dot dash dot. Okay, and just going back, if we look here, dot dash dot, so there's the R. Okay, great, so we've got D and we've got R now. So where the hell did the E come from? There's no E here, right? Well, you're wrong. Actually, if we go to that's the wrong one. Oh yeah, E's Windings. Okay, if we open a Microsoft Word document, bam. Okay, flightless wings. Okay, really weird clue, but let's just type in E, and at the moment we're using the Calibri font, so we'll select that and we're going to change it to Windings. Look at that. That's a really strange symbol. I'm sure we've seen that somewhere before, right? Correct, we have. If you go back to Kevin Simpson at the top on a post-it note, there it is. Exact same symbol. Okay, so that's the E. Now the A is probably the most obvious one, and it's actually just here. If you just look at the ladder here and this, whatever it is, and draw a line down here, you get a nice big capital A. Okay, so there's the big A. Done. And where's the M? Now, could be that, right? Yeah? No, you're wrong. It's actually this symbol here on the ladder, and this is the Viking rune symbol for M. Yeah, there it is, right there, M. Again, this is just from a quick Google. You can look these up yourself just to confirm, and that's the same symbol. You can see there, it's exactly the same. So that's the word dream. Okay, and there's probably more letters in here that you could, I guess you could suppose or come up with. Somebody thought there was an S in there as well, like a sigma. I think it was this up here, but it turns out that from this you get the letters DREAM, which can spell out dream. Right, and again, if we look back at the clues, Vikings of the North, and we've got the Viking symbol there, so that's in the north, I guess. Romans of the south, so we've got the Roman numeral 500 at the bottom of the picture, the south. Flightless wings, so that was the winding symbol for E. Yeah, so that's that done. And also that one there, sorry, that was the E. And then Latin our mother, not really sure about that one. I don't know if that's actually related to the picture, but maybe someone will figure that one out, but I couldn't figure that one out myself anyway. So yeah, that's the word dream. So now where do we get worlds from? Well, if you've been following along, you'll know that Kevin Simpson 1942, on his profile, this is where he's been doing his presentations, but if you look over here, his emblem has been changing. So it started off with just 3 planets, and every single day new planets have been added. And there you go, we've got loads of planets in there now, and it actually makes up our solar system. And if you know, the important thing here was not to look at each individual planet, but it was to look at what they actually were, which is their worlds. I mean, some people thought this was the moon. That's not really a world, is it? But overall, we've got worlds in here. So 3 words: epic, dream, worlds. And the first person to enter this was a guy called Tamovic, or Tamovich, I'm not really sure on the presentation. And Kevin Simpson actually posted on Battlelog that Tamovich was a true phantom, because I guess on their end they can see at DICE who the first person in the world to enter the password was. So I think that's pretty much been confirmed that Tamovich was the first guy to guess the whole phrase completely. There we go. It's been a pretty epic search, no pun intended, and I'm really just stoked with the way the community's come together on this one and figured out all the clues. It's been really good. Obviously we've got the Megalodon as well, but I do think there's still some more Easter eggs in Naval Strike, and maybe even in the vanilla game, that we've not actually discovered yet. There's some theories going around at the moment that there could be a Kraken somewhere, which is a mythological massive sea octopus thingy that used to just engulf ships and just swallow them whole. So we'll see if anything comes of that. I don't want to really spark a search for that yet, because there's only a few hints pointing to that at the moment, like Dan Mitre, who's a new community manager for Battlefield. If we go on his Twitter account, we can see that his background is a picture of a kraken engulfing a ship. And he actually replied to someone on Twitter and said that it's just a painting someone gave to him, but I don't know, maybe there's something behind it. We'll see. Also, Dice JJU on the forums has been alluding to the fact that there are actually more Easter eggs in the game, and that we shouldn't stop searching because a lot of people are having fun, and then a winky face. So I'll put that on the screen now. So we'll see. I think there are some more Easter eggs in the game, and also, like, all the stuff that was on Kevin Simpson's profile, like, some of it isn't related to the password or to the Megalodon. Like, I think there's another Easter egg in there somewhere, potentially pointing to somewhere that we have to go and stand in game or figure something out, because a lot of these poems weren't really related to the letters or the Megalodon. So I don't know. I still think there's something else in there that we haven't found yet. Also, the door, of course, the phantom door that says things to you like stay away and leave this place. Like, what the hell's going on there? We still haven't figured that one out. Really good job, guys, and it's been really fun. So thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this explanation. If you think I'm wrong about anything, let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that is how everything comes together. So yeah, big thanks to Dice for putting this all together. It's been pretty awesome. I think you'd all agree, like on Battlelog forums, Reddit, Twitter, everyone on the Twitch streams trying to find stuff. You know, guys like Valley, Lachlan, and of course ill-advised Addict, who was the guy that found the dream in the picture. And I think that's probably the hardest clue to find. So yeah, well done to you, man. Great. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Leave a rating and a comment. Make sure you go and unlock this assignment, grind out those pistol kills, jet kills, and shotgun ribbons, and get yourself some sexy phantom camo. Right, I'll see you in the next one, guys.